Tens of millions of dollars in money that could be paying for tax refunds are still sitting at the Bank of Guam. As of this afternoon, the Department of Administration Division of Accounts has not yet processed any new tax refunds. DOA Financial Manager Goody Rosario confirmed in a phone interview with Troy Torres that the $69 million in Section 30 money, which arrived last Thursday, has not been released by his division. The release is pending the governor's approval. Mr. Rosario also provided an update on the legal set aside of more than $23 million of the total $69 million. According to him, some $21 million in Section 30 money will be used to pay the annual debt service for the 2016 Series C's bonds. Another $2.3 million has been earmarked to pay the annual school maintenance costs for Ukadu High School. That cost is paid to Guam Educational Facilities Foundation through its certificate of participation as the developer of the school. Here's the excerpt of this morning's interview with Mr. Rosario.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, may I speak with Goody Rosario, please?
Yeah, this is me.
Hi, Goody. This is Troy Torres.
Yes, I tried.
Hi, how are you?
I'm sick. I've been sick.
You're sick? Oh, yeah, I just got over that. For 2 weeks, I was sick. I had to go to the doctor.
Yeah, it's been a week for me, so I'm planning on going to the...
When I went in, I found out I had bronchitis. I had no idea.
Oh, wow.
That could lead to worse things.
Yep, hopefully you...
I hope so. I hope you feel better because I'm talking to you on the phone.
Okay. How can I help you?
Goody, is DOA scheduled to send out a major batch of tax refunds this week?
Oh, that I need to find out from my director on what's the administration's plan.
But the money, you guys are sitting on a wad of cash, right?
I'm sorry?
You guys are sitting on a wad of cash?
Yeah, we just received that as Friday or Thursday. Yeah, we received
The Section 30
money at Thursday. The director just came in today, so definitely, actually we have a 11 o'clock meeting, so definitely we'll find out.
Has any of the Section 30 money been spent?
I'm sorry?
Has any of the Section 30 money been spent already? Has any of it been dispersed?
No, it's still sitting on the trust account right now, and then once there's an order to pay the tax refund, that moves to the general fund account for expedite.
It's sitting in the trust account.
Yeah, the Section 30 Bank of Guam trust account.
Oh, it's a Bank of Guam trust account. Is it?
Yeah.
It's a savings account, huh?
I believe so, yeah.
So it's accruing interest. That's about $69 million, right?
No, the 69 is the gross amount, less, of course, less the debt service and the what do you call this? The school maintenance contract. So the net is about 46 million.
Net is 46 million. How much in debt service and for which bonds?
Hold on. I'm trying to open the letter.
Okay.
Okay, it's the debt service series this 2016A bond
Okay.
that's rounded off 21 million.
Oh, that's just one bond, huh?
Yeah.
Is that a tax refund? What bond is that?
Uh,
Oh, that's the refinancing bond.
yeah. And then the 2.9 million, the Guam Education Financing Foundation to the certificate of participation. I think this is the Okodo bond thing, I think.
That's for school maintenance, right?
That's correct, yes.
How come that's not being funded by compact impact funds?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. That's for the legislature to ask them. I thought that was compact impact funds. Or maybe I'll ask. Is Art Mariano still at BBMR? Do you know?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
I'll probably ask Art that then.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Goody. I appreciate your time. Yeah, and
Welcome.
please take care of that.
These payments leave only 46 million remaining. Whether the governor will use the balance to pay tax refunds has yet to be answered by the governor's office or fiscal team. In the series of live calls Kandit made this morning to members of the governor's fiscal team and her communication staff, only Mr. Rosario from DOA and 2 other technical staff from Bureau of Budget Management and Research and the Department of Revenue and Taxation answered our questions. According to staff from DRT, the agency currently is processing tax returns filed on April 15. As of the latest tax refunds report, only 25,000 out of an estimated 70,000 tax refunds have been paid out. The administration only has reached the February 21st filing date as of its latest distribution. Prior to any more 2018 tax refunds being paid, however, the administration must pay another 17 million in refunds for prior years that recently were claimed. That leaves only 29 million in Section 30 balance left over to pay for refunds. At an average of around 2,500 per tax refund, the leftover Section 30 money will pay for only another 11,600 tax refunds. It is unclear how many tax refunds were claimed between February 22nd and April 15. One thing is clear, though. The 29 million balance of Section 30 funds leaves the Leon Guerrero administration far behind the amount needed to pay all tax refunds now.
Want to talk about it?
Yes.
Well, I think people want some. Look at all those angry. Look at all the angriness.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of angry. Wow, it's still going.
And I was asking Troy during the break, how much does this earn in interest? And according to Troy, and Troy's a very smart man, it is not about the interest. It's about their portfolio and allowing them to be able to let people borrow more money.
When you say them, you mean the Bank of Guam, the governor's bank.
Yes, the governor's bank.
It's not. It's not the people's bank.
No.
It's the governor's bank.
Yes.
It's just to be sure.
Yes.
So Chela, the longer a wad of cash like that spends in a bank, the better its ability to lend money, and which is how banks primarily make money. Of course, they don't pay no GRT on
Right.
that. You know what I mean? So, but I think what is just on people's minds is, when is my tax refund coming? And the fact that they're sitting on the money is heartless.
The previous administrations, just Calvo, right? Because everybody else took time to pay it, even with Section 30 money coming. Correct?
Yeah, it was years behind.
I remember.
Before
I
Governor
remember
Calvo.
this.
Yeah.
I've been working since I was 16 years old. I remember even growing up and working at
It
that
took
young.
forever.
Yeah, like 9 years later, my mom was the one that received all the tax refunds.
Wow.
From because I had kids young, but this the Calvo administration, I remember, the moment that check comes, boom, the following week, the couple days later, everybody gets their money.
Oh, because they want you to go to Payless. No, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Whenever there was a wad of cash in
He
the
made
Calvo
sure that the
administration, it
people
went.
at Revenue and Tax were working overtime, getting those refunds processed. I remember this. I
Yeah.
remember it clearly.
Thank you for remembering some of our work, because
Yeah.
it was hard work.
Yeah.
So there's a difference. Obviously, this is not the priority to Governor Leon Guerrero that it was to
Well,
Governor
I
Calvo.
want to know what the fuck the priority is, because after this weekend, I'm at a loss.
I know. Merry Christmas from the governor.
For free.
Dengue for free.
Dengue.
Everyone gets dengue. Compliments of Santa Claus, Leon Guerrero. So, okay, so according to your story, we still don't know how much. Well, we don't know how many tax refunds are between February 22 and April 15, and they only are processing April 15 as of today.
Yeah.
So, holy
Anybody
cow.
that filed after April 15, it's
They're
not
not even there
processed
yet. They're not.
Yeah.
But I don't even think they're done with April 15. They're just working on it today, and that's got to be a lot.
That's because they're too busy going out bothering the vape shops, these small business owners, instead of going after the people who owe $15 million. You know what? Going after the people who owe $15 million in taxes, and then allowing those other business owners, major business owners, to skirt on their taxes.
Yeah. All the while not paying the tax refunds that are rightfully owed to people. It's not the government's money. Let's just be clear about that. The government borrowed this money from you throughout all of last year. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you made that claim, you were supposed to have been paid it. And that's what Congressman Mike Nicholas wants to force Gov Guam to do. And it's sad that it has to be forced that way, and that we have to have this notion that we're losing some sort of self-government. But I think the congressman has a point. We already gave up our notion of self-government when we couldn't govern ourselves to do this ourselves.
Right. And another way to stick it to this government, because apparently our voice doesn't matter, and when you go to your work tomorrow or this week, go into your HR office or the person that handles your checks, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are they called? Your CFO.
Your payroll.
Your payroll people.
Yeah.
Change your
W-2?
what is it called, Brim?
W-4?
W-4. It's your W-4. Change your exemptions. If you have 2 children, it's you and your 2 children, so you should at least have 3 exemptions. And then there's more exemptions if you're married, if you're head of household. There's other ones. But just to be on the safe side, just you and your children and your wife, if you're married. So that instead of taking so much money out of your paychecks from every payday, it goes into your pocket and not the government's pocket.
Or the Bank of Guam's
Or
pocket.
the Bank of Guam's pocket. So what happens there is maybe your refund will be a little less at the end of the year, but you get that money in your own pocket every 2 weeks instead of Bank of Guam.
Oh, and just so you know, I don't think I told you, but we have not received any reply from any member of the governor's fiscal team since we sent out those questions Friday.
Yeah, I read that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was part of the
That's
story.
sorry. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Oh,
I'm on top of it.
Thanks. All right.